the Father and Son. This is the same shit they tell you in Christianity, but they fucked it up. Put the Father, some invisible nigga in space, and put the Son, some nigga supposed to come back. You see what I'm saying? Right. Right. So that's why my shit say Christ the correct way. I'm going back to the origin. I'm doing etymology on this shit. I'm taking it back to where it's supposed to be. You see? And notice it said mummies, plural. Watch, I'm going to show you again. Plural. Peace. What up, Mimi? What's popping? Look. Watch it. I'm going to show you again. Egyptian etymology of Christ. Christ comes from Christos, meaning anointed one. In coffins, not one. There wasn't one Christ. There were many in coffins of Egyptian mummies. That's all plural. The word Christ is found as a blessing and anointing from Horus, which is Hebrew, and Osiris, which is Asar. That's the Son and the Father and the Son. You see what I'm saying? You dig it? So they took these concepts from African spirituality, remixed it, and gave you some shit that they could control your ass with the nut ass Pope being the vicar of Christ. This nigga's not Heru. Motherfucker, you trying to say he's Heru. That was a black man. These were black deities. Matter of fact, Osiris was fucking green. That's how black he was. He was green. You see what I'm saying? At the Berlin Conference in 1888 is where they cut this shit up at. And let me deal with this Hebrew shit. You know what I'm saying? Watch this. Let me deal with this Hebrew shit real quick. I'm going to show you. And you see how my joint just froze? It's because they're going to block me. It should be too heavy. It should be too heavy. Too heavy. Watch. I'm going to show you how. Watch this. The Ebers Papyrus, also known as Papyrus Ebers. Let me get this focus on. Is an Egyptian medical papyrus of herbal knowledge. A medical papyrus of herbal knowledge. Now watch this. Dating to circa in 1550 BC. 1550. Among the oldest and most important medical papyri of the ancient Egyptians. Now, how the hell can Hebrew have the proper interpretation when they don't even got the oldest writings. This is way before they came around. They couldn't even fucking speak. And the ancient Egyptians had the oldest, most completest medical document in the world in 1550. So you can miss me with that Yeshua shit. That's another interpretation for some copycats, bruh. So look, you got some questions? Hit me with some questions, because I'm about to go back in. Because I'm going to show you goddamn who, these motherfuckers ain't even have paper. They couldn't even write. They didn't have an alphabet or a letter in their alphabet. They couldn't write anything. How the fuck you gonna say you wrote the first, you know what it, you couldn't even write. You just start speaking. You couldn't even write. I'm gonna show you the origin of all of this shit. And then I'm gonna bring it home. No questions? If there's no questions, I'm gonna keep going. And you know what? Like, look, don't let nobody try to stifle you, yo. Don't let nobody try to stifle you with your growth. Listen, we on some PhD level shit. You know what I'm saying? Malcolm X didn't go to college and get a PhD, but he was sharper than a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Dr. John Henry Clark, he taught at university. So did Malcolm. He didn't go and get a PhD. He didn't even graduate fucking high school. And you let that stifle, you let that stop you. You like, oh, I'm just a regular boy. Listen, yo, challenge yourself. Challenge yourself. It's there to make you better. It's there to make you better. Don't let nobody tell you you can't do what you want to do, yo. You can dig deep. This shit is nothing. This shit is nothing. If ain't nobody got no more questions, we going in. All right? Nobody got no questions? All right, we going in. So, even when we look at, watch this. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. Look. Etymology. Etymology of paper. Watch. The etymology of paper. How these niggas gonna write they ain't had no paper? You know what I'm saying? Yo, what up, though? Peace, Joey, what up? Was the whole New Testament complete in the Ethiopian Coptic Bible? That's a good question. That's a very good question. The Ethiopian Coptic Bible has 81 to 88 books in it. 81 to 88 books in the Ethiopian Coptic Bible. And the Ethiopian Coptic language is Egyptian. It's a spinoff of Demotic. It's a spinoff of Demotic. And they borrowed some words from the Greek alphabet. They gave the Greek their alphabet. They actually took words and made them so they could communicate with these motherfuckers. Gave them the interpretation of Christianity. The Greeks went off and made it some whole other shit, then brought it back to everybody. Talking about some Yeshua. Yo, listen, man. Ethiopian Coptic is the last version of the hieroglyphics, the Medu Neter. It was the hieroglyphics, then it was the Hieratic, then the Demotic. After the Hieratic and Demotic, then we have Coptic. After Coptic, then we have Hebrew. Then we have Greek. And actually, Greek and Hebrew almost neck and neck. Almost neck and neck. Now watch this. Etymology of paper. Middle English is paper. Anglo-Norman French, papier. English, papyrus. Latin, papyrus. Papyrus. See where it stopped at? Papyrus. Now what we're going to do is, we're going to do etymology on papyrus. Since that's all a rave, let's see what it's about. Let's see what it's about. Okay. Etymology on papyrus. Middle English, Greek, papyrus. Papyrus. Any plant of the paper plant genus. Right? The paper plant. That's what they call it. That's what they call it. Watch. Now look where papyrus was at. Watch. Watch. Where is papyrus from? Riddle me that. Watch this. Papyrus is first known to have been used in Egypt, at least far back as the first dynasty, as the papyrus plant was once abundant. Get my focus right. Was once abundant across the Nile. It was also used throughout the Mediterranean region and the kingdom of Kush. Kush is modern day Ethiopia. Kush is what made Egypt. Egypt came from Kush. These were the only people who had paper. They had the oldest fucking language and they had the only paper on the planet. So how the fuck is you trying to give Christianity to fucking Israel? They didn't even have fucking paper, my nigga. They didn't even have paper. These people telling you this Jesus Christ didn't even have fucking paper. Christ not even spelt that way, nigga. Originally. You have a watered down version of what this message really means. And you running with it. Full steam ahead, going nowhere. Fast. Hold up. Didn't Augustine play a role in Christianity, being he was one of the founders of Christianity? Trying to understand Augustine. Let me get with you real quick. I got you. Cause if we dealing with any of the councils, the Nicene Council and all of that shit, man, listen, all them niggas is some bloodthirsty motherfuckers, man. All of them. All of them niggas. Meaning in history, from Roman name Augustinus, itself derived from the Roman name Augustus. Saint Augustine of Hippo was a 5th century Christian theologian and author from North Africa. Hey, listen, we going back into the same thing. We going right back into the same thing. If we fucking with Augustine. Hold up. Doctor of the church. Which is renowned, the name of Christian for popular England. We going way before this, but we could deal with this. We could deal with this too. He probably helped out in the Second Council, either in Ephesus or Chalcedon. I gotta look more into it to give you his exact role that he played. But if he only came in during the 6th century, this is way after the shit I'm talking about. But nigga, fucking right, he played a part in this shit, man. That motherfucker ain't shit. They ain't shit. All of them. They came in and I'm giving you the etymology. They came in and took the shit from the Medu Nature. From Medu Nature, we get Mother Nature. This is divine words of the Creator. And just think about it. If there were no books, there was no, where was we at? Papyrus? Watch. Let me show you this. Papyrus plant. Watch. I'm going to show you this. Cause this is how deep these motherfuckers was. This how deep they was. Watch. I'm going to show you the papyrus plant real quick. And then I'm going to show you something that, man, watch this shit. These motherfuckers was deep and heavy. Look, these niggas ain't play this shit. Watch. This is the papyrus plant. Can you see it? The papyrus plant. Now, the reason the ancient Africans said that they knew this was the plant that they could use to make the paper is because it reminded them of something. Watch this. Watch this. It reminded them of a section of our brain called the pons. Look. The pons. That's what the plant reminded them of. And the pons is responsible for recording. This is why they knew the papyrus plant would be essential for recording information, because it looked like the pons in the brain. They used nature to teach them. They didn't need no books, nigga. We got all the books we need. The papyrus plant looked like the pons. This is how they knew it was there for them to record, because the pons is responsible for recording in your brain. These niggas was deep. So they're the first to have paper. They're the first to have letters to write on the fucking paper, right? So how the fuck is we not using this interpretation, but we're using a Greek one and a Roman one? How's we doing that? And they're the very ones who led the Crusades to be the first ones to go into Africa, slay motherfuckers, enslave motherfuckers, rename the shit, colonize the land, and all of that. Why is you flocking to their interpretation? When you have an origin, you have affinity with these people who they wage war on. How? Riddle me that. Now look, I'm gonna just show you a little bit of Medu Neter. A little bit of Medu Neter, because I study Medu Neter right now. Like it's my shit. But what's crazy is how it connects. Like how these motherfuckers stole it. Watch this. I'm gonna show you some shit. Watch this. Just something as simple as the Alpha and Omega. Look at this. Watch this shit. It's the Omega. This the Alpha. The Alpha and Omega. What that look like? They're like a fucking unk. Everything they got, they took from the ancient Africans, yo. Everything they got. Alpha and Omega, that's the unk. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you something else. Watch this shit. Watch this. Dude. Because what they did was, they didn't use vowels. And we don't use vowels right now. Nigga be like, I'm finna go to the store. Fuck is finna go, nigga. Fuck is finna to go. I'm getting ready to go to the... You know how much time you save by condensing your words? And we talk the same way now, and the shit don't even link. Like, niggas be like, oh, I ain't African. Oh, I ain't related to no Egyptian nigga. What the fuck? You talk the same way. We speak the same way. Right now, we speak the same way. Look, watch this. Look at the owl. The owl correlates with the M. Do you see it? Can you see it? You see it? No? Let me show you. So, and this is on a whim, so don't fuck with me. That's your M. That's your M. That's your M right there. They ain't play that shit. They ain't play that shit, yo. That's your M right there. It's your Unc, your M. Like the shit keep going. Like it keep going. It keep going. Now look. It's obvious that the people who live in this land today are not these same people. Because if the people that live there today were these same people, why they ain't build nothing new? Why they ain't inscribing shit and blowing our minds yet? Like, why they not developing shit? Like, why they not doing that? Because those people are here. We are those people. When the colonizers started to come in and break up the land and all of that shit, the smartest of us left. Just like the smartest of us today is trying to leave Babylon. The smartest people today, right now, is trying to get the fuck out of where we at. Because we see the corruption. We see the bloodthirsty in these motherfuckers, right? We see it. We don't need no explanation. We see it. That's why the smartest people, the strongest, smartest, most intelligent, got the fuck out of there. And spread everywhere. Everywhere. Some of them became victims of the ma'afa, of slavery, enslavement. Others migrated. That's why we have a history that's a tripartite. It's not just, oh, I'm African via North Carolina. I'm African via Germany. I'm Africa via Colombia. I'm African via Puerto Rico. I'm African via, you see what I'm saying? Like the shit is really that deep. It's really, really, really that deep. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna dig a little bit deeper. I'm gonna dig a little bit deeper because I'm gonna dig a little bit deeper. Now watch. We get, just like they give Christ, Jesus Christ, credit to the Greeks and Romans, we would think, oh, the white man made that. That's the white man religion. That's the white man did that. No, the fuck they didn't. No, they didn't. They remixed it, repackaged it, and sold it to your ass, but they didn't create the shit. We are the creators. We now know through Gaga, through the supreme mathematics, that we are the creators. It's been fucking proof. Look, not only has it been confirmed by the White House, but it's also been confirmed by Yale University, Harvard, Princeton, MIT. All of these major institutions already confirmed this shit, so there is no question in it. We know who created it. Mathematically, scientifically, it's already been fucking proven. The fuck? This is the God order. Now I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going because watch this. This is something that you might see, but you don't really use it, or you don't think you use it. You don't know you use it. Look at this. What's this? A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Who can tell me what that is? Who can tell me what that is? A squared plus B squared equals C squared. And I don't even want to get too mathematical on y'all, but just riddle me this real quick. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Who can tell me what that is? Who can tell me what that is? I'm about to pull it up and show you. I'm about to pull it up and show you, but let me know. I'm gonna give you one. I'm gonna give you a minute. See? We gonna call this shit Pythagorean. That's what they call it. That's what they call it. That's what they call it. Fucking Pythagorean theorem. Pythagorean theorem, right? block it. They keep blocking. They gonna block this joint. Pythagoras. 18 was it? 596 to 500 BC. Hold on. Was born on the island of Samos in Greece, and did much traveling through Egypt, learning, among other things, mathematics. Although he is credited with discovery of the famous theorem, right? It is not possible to tell if he's the actual author. Oh, yes, the fuck it is possible. Yes, it is. Where did he travel? Egypt. What did he do when he was in Egypt? He was learning, among other things, mathematics. So how are they crediting this theorem to Pythagoras when they telling you he went to Egypt to learn this shit? He learned it from Egypt. It's a goddamn right angle. It's a triangle. Who was known for building triangles, yo? If you don't stop fucking playing with me, listen. Watch, I'm gonna show you this shit. It's some bullshit. Some bullshit. It's some bullshit. We can take this shit all the way back to Imhotep. We can take this shit all the way back to Imhotep. Watch. We take this shit all the way back to Imhotep, pimp. Look. Imhotep made the step pyramid. And the step pyramid is the Pythagorean theorem. A plus B equals C. A plus this B is going to give you C, the hypotenuse. This is the right angle. This is the perfect pyramid. The step pyramid. Even if you go further into the Giza Plateau and you look at the Great Pyramids of Giza, this is A plus B equals C. This hypotenuse. Even A plus B is going to give you C. It's going to give you the same thing. A plus B is going to give you the same thing. How can you give Pythagoras the credit for this shit, and it was there for thousands of years for anybody even knew this motherfucker? The European bias is so crazy. The shit's so heavy. We could do this shit all motherfucking night. Cause we gonna be all right. But you know what the problem is? You know what the problem is? I got a special chart for you, and I'm gonna show you what the problem is. I'm gonna show you what the fuck the problem is. And look, you can write this down too. I want to thank Professor Kaba for this one. That's my OG. Watch this. Okay. Now this is a chart of consciousness right here. Fucking right, Pythagoras was a thief. Now watch this right here. First rung, put perception. Perception. Second rung, reception. Third rung, conception. Top rung, intelligence. Now this is our problem. What's this? This is unconscious. This is semi-conscious. This is self-conscious. Right? And this is cosmic conscious. Now, if we're just looking at perception, where we at? We're on the unconscious level. If we're just beginning to receive, to have some reception, where we at? Semi-conscious level. Now, if we're self-conscious, self-awareness, self-conscious, this is the ability to conceptualize. Cosmic conscious, now this is intelligence. It's always been a rise in consciousness. Right now, we're just going off of perception. We're unconscious. As a people, we are unfucking conscious. Never mind cosmic consciousness. That's what the Christ is. That's what it is. A cosmic consciousness. A total awareness that you are everything and everything is in you. Omnipotence. This is why these same people didn't have weapons of mass destruction. They didn't waste time just killing motherfuckers or locking motherfuckers up or just fighting all the goddamn time. Don't we got better shit to do? Don't we got better shit to do? They've stolen all of our science, all of our math, all of our technology, all of our spiritual systems, and made it some bullshit and sold it back to us. And now got us fucking trapped in it. You feel what I'm saying? So look, I'm about to cash out, man. This melatonin is kicking in. This is your brother. And I love you, man. 'Cause I